Yes. Good evening, everybody. What's going on? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little stream for you lads and lasses. We are here to discuss the latest evening's goings on, Manchester United news, etc. Transfer dealings. We're going to get into it this evening. Legends, thank you for joining us in the chat here. Aaron, what's going on, lad? Disco Dave, Robert and Sire, Stephen Maguire. Get in there, my son. Aaron Bainbridge, how you doing? Palmer 3977, let's go. Yes, mate. Who else is in here? We've got Nass in here. Ryan Hughes, Disco Dave. Legends. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining us, everyone. Do us a favour at the start of the stream. You know the drill. Smash the likes on it. Give us a huge thumbs up. Share us around if you can. The link for the repost on X there is linked at the top of the live chat. If you're on X, please feel free to share us around using that link, and we'll shout you out later on in the show. Legends. Big up to everybody else as well who's in here. Ian Navarro, Red Trolls Blues, Troopy, Jonesy, let's go, Mike, Prima Italia, Daniel, Lee, Aaron, Elliot, Ashley, Vote, yes, lad, and all the legends are in here. Thank you for joining us. Right, let's get stuck into it then, guys. Bryan Mbeumo, let's be having you. Obviously, he's done now. We've just got to focus now on the next signings. Hopefully, we're going to be seeing a number 9 worked on next, because I think that is the most important position to strengthen, due to the fact that we have essentially a melter at the top of the pitch there. I was trying to think of a good word. Melter covers it, really. Rasmus Højlund is not up to it, is he? No. Need to get somebody else in there. Obviously, a striker is of paramount importance. A goalkeeper is of very much importance as well. There is positive now news, obviously, with United going in for Senne Lammens over at Royal Antwerp. New goalkeeper could be had for in the region of £17 million. That is a nice little cheeky pickup for a 23-year-old young keeper who has lots of potential. He's got to be better than Andre Onana, doesn't he, guys? Doesn't he? He's got to be better than Andre. That's the way I look at it. Even if I'd never seen him before, even if we were signing him from a nun's convent, I would still feel like he's got the opportunity to be better than the current goalkeeper. So, obviously, goalies have been paramount importance as well. It seems like we're at least putting some irons and fires in regards to that one, and putting some feelers out there, and maybe Senne Lammens is going to be the goalkeeper target that we go for, which is nice because he is young and he could be the next sort of one of the next big keepers, I suppose, if he does well. It's a big if, but, you know, he's young, he's got good height behind him. Perhaps he would be a good pickup right now if they can get that over the line. Things are going to start to look a lot rosier around here. And then we obviously have to look at the striker position. That's a big thing. I mean, Fabrizio and everybody's saying that we are looking and working on a striker. So, look, Fabrizio quotes here earlier on said that United will surely sign a new striker. No decision made yet on top options. No fresh bid for Gyokeres while he's focused on Arsenal. Aware of Jackson availability with Garnacho, Chelsea appreciation. So just hinting to the fact that there could maybe be some sort of Garnacho-Jackson swap. Cesco also discussed internally, says Fab. So let's get on that for a second. So, you know, we have heard from various outlets as well. This is from Florian Plettenberg, or via Florian Plettenberg, that says United's 2 candidates to be the new striker are Cesco and Nicholas Jackson. You what? I'm sorry, Nicholas Jackson. Who I am for real. I'd rather sign Benjamin Cesco, even though I used to see him work at Tesco. Sorry, but no, honestly, Nicholas Jackson, I don't want him. I'd much rather, actually, Benjamin Cesco out of those two, even though Nicholas Jackson is more experienced and has that Premier League proven more experience, because I feel like he's a bit of a headless chicken, my son. You know, he's a headless horseman of Chelsea's team there, I think. I don't think we need him. Cesco, at least he has the potential to maybe do great things in the future. I mean, I'll ask the live chat here, guys. This is a report here from via Florian Plettenberg that says United's 2 candidates to be new striker are Cesco and Jackson. So which one would you go for if you only had the option to sign those two? Personally, these aren't even the guys high up my list. My list would be looking at Prem players like Watkins and Visser and those sorts of guys. But perhaps this is the case. I mean, it's just speculative transfer news at the moment, but it does seem like Cesco is of interest in Manchester United. We've discussed him internally. We've actually been keeping tabs on him for years as a football club. And then Nicholas Jackson, well, he's just sort of one of those players that I guess is better than what we've got right now. And because we've got Garnacho and they maybe want Garnacho, there's some sort of feeling that something could be done there. But he's certainly not the ideal. Nicholas Jackson, give over. Exactly. I know. We won't go near Jackson. He's a cart horse. Yeah, I hope you're right, lad. Rather a chance on Cesco than a surefire flop in Jackson. That's how I feel about it as well, Mr. Trash Running Man, you legend. I do agree with you. That's it, really. I mean, Cesco has a lot of potential. You'd rather Cesco or Watkins for number 9 position. Jackson, yeah, I agree. He's pretty gastastic, isn't he? Cesco, needs to get my spelling right. Cesco would be great for United. Do you know what? I don't even think we can get Cesco, guys. I know there's a lot of talks and speculation and stuff, and obviously, you know, people would rather Cesco, some people would rather Cesco. But I just feel like he is going to cost Man United too much money right now. That's the problem there. Possibly 80 million euros, which is just way too much money when we've got several positions in the side that we do need to strengthen. So if we have a little look at this, though, there's another report here from Ben Jacobs earlier this afternoon that just says Benjamin Cesco is back on Man United's radar as number 9 option. As revealed last week, approach made 12 months ago before Cesco decided to stay at Leipzig. Nicholas Jackson and Ollie Watkins, 2 other names discussed. Man United still shortlisting several targets, finding a new striker the next priority. So I do feel like we are turning our attentions now to the striker. It should be our next priority if you think about the problem areas in the team. Yes, Cunha and Mbeumo are going to bring some goals to the team and they're going to bring creativity. And hopefully they'll be providing lots of opportunities for a new number 9 to bang in goals. We can't rely on Gasmus Boylan. So new number 9, absolutely of paramount importance. And hopefully that will be what we are working on very soon. I mean, just on Cesco. So, you know, I'm not crazy about Cesco. I'd prefer Watkins. I'd prefer Visser. I would prefer Premier League proven players right now over a youngster who's relatively young, obviously 22, who may or may well not take to the Premier League straight away. He might have to adapt. He might also flop. You just never really know until they're actually in the Prem. He looks very good. He's young. He's got that on his side. So that's great. And, you know, we've been reported as discussing it internally in recent weeks via Fabrizio. And if we have a look at his stats, some of his stats, we talked about his stats not being that impressive, but I suppose we do have to factor in his age. So this is via Statman Dave, which I saw earlier on as well. Just thought I'd pop it up on the screen there. Because Benjamin Cesco has scored 27 league goals since the start of last season. No striker aged 23 or younger has more across Europe's top 5 leagues in that time frame. Very interesting. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, we want somebody more experienced, perhaps ready-made, who's able to slot in there. But if you actually do factor in his age, you know, he's not doing too badly, is he really? He is 22. He's developing quite well. He's getting decent stats. They're not mesmeric, but let's face it, he's only young. But I feel like we've already got somebody like that in Gasmus Boylan, who we paid 70-odd million quid for. So I do feel like it's a bit of a risk, but Cesco better than Rasmus, no doubt. Cesco way better than Rasmus. I mean, we actually signed Rasmus when he was sort of like a veritable unknown. Almost sort of an unknown, really. Certainly not worth 70-odd million. At least Cesco's been around a bit, and he's on the scene, and he's scoring goals, and he's playing regularly in the top flight and stuff. So, you know, Cesco stats-wise for a youngster, not doing too badly, but stats-wise for a player across the board, not fantastic, because we do need goals. Yes, Watkins has to be. Watkins would be good, I agree, guys. Watkins, the thing is with Watkins right now is he's 29, Premier League proven, and he could just come in and you don't really have to worry about him. You know he's going to press hard, you know he's going to work hard, you know he's going to be accustomed to the Premier League, and you know he's going to score goals. Yeah, Ashley Vogt says Watkins would be nice and Premier League proven. Completely have to say I entirely agree with you. Visser or Watkins would be the ones for me. I wouldn't say no to Cesco, but I feel like United probably not going to spend the money on Cesco right now anyway. There is a feeling that I suppose if RB Leipzig were prepared to do some sort of deal over 3 seasons, like we did with Cunha, then, you know, maybe they might do a deal, but they're probably not going to go for that, are they? That's what the sort of tactic it seems to be Manchester United are employing at the moment, is just signing players over a period of a couple of years. A lot of teams are doing it, but we're certainly on the bandwagon of it. And maybe, we would be prepared to spread out 80 million euros over a few seasons if they're prepared to play ball. But I don't know if they would be. But I agree with everybody in the live chat saying Watkins is the one, as well as Visser. Visser, Watkins, Muani, maybe Mateta for me. Hey, good day, BNG Darts getting in here from down under. What's going on, you absolute Don? Hope you're keeping well. How cold is it today, mate? Oh, BNG Darts, lad, middle of winter over there outside playing darts. In the cold, outside. What a lunatic. You would prefer to deepen the midfield? Me too, lad. But I still feel like number 9's more important than that because we need somebody to finish off the goals. If you think about last season, yes, okay, we did get overrun in midfield at times. You even saw that in the Leeds game yesterday. We clearly have a shit midfield, or at least a midfield that's not working and cooking right now. Hopefully Bruno dropping a bit deeper once Mbeumo and Cunha are playing together in there is going to help us in that regard. But yeah, we could definitely do with another midfielder. But actually, we're going to create chances. We need somebody who can finish them off. Just imagine if we had prime Ruud van Nistelrooy. Prime Ruud van Nistelrooy in our team right now. Or prime Michael Owen. Or someone like that. Someone who's just like a very clinical finisher. Now that, my friends, would be the difference between us getting maybe 9th place and us getting maybe 4th place. Seriously, because goals are very important. That's the hardest part in football, really. It's the hardest thing to do. Yes, okay, look, you're not the most complete player necessarily if you're a finisher. You might just be a goal-hanging merchant, whatever. But that is the hardest thing to do, which is to convert the goals. Convert the goals. That's it. Score the goals. So if we had somebody like that who was clinical, then we'd be a totally different team. A totally different team, because it's going to be the difference for you winning X amount of games and losing however many games, because those goals can be absolutely massive. Same goes for the goalkeeper. Like an Andre Onana type melter, making like so many errors last season, costing us about 15 Premier League points. Well, if you've got somebody in there who's solid and doesn't make those same errors, you save 15 Premier League points. So it is important we address all of these positions. A 15-goal-a-season Premier League goal scorer is a must. Oh, definitely, yeah. And that's exactly what Watkins is, to be fair. Got 16 last season, even though he was sort of out of favour a little bit towards the end there with Emery. And the season before that, he was in the 20s in terms of Premier League goals. So you're getting a track record that's very proven there, aren't you, if you sign him? Oh, yeah, Mal. Cesco, Lammens, and a CM we need. We'd actually be kind of cooking if we could get something like that. Cesco or Watkins, it kind of depends what Amorim wants, really. We have to understand it's what Amorim wants. This Gyokeres guff obviously isn't happening. He's going to Arsenal. Cesco, if he wants to go for the future prodigy, maybe somebody who's younger now but has potential in the future to be a real top-tier player, just going to get better and better and better. So Cesco, if you're looking for maybe to play the long game and also hoping that he can adapt and do the business right now for us and not flop like Rasmus Højlund, or you go for someone like Watkins, who's proven there's a lot less risk involved and also a lot less money involved. He would cost a lot less than Cesco due to his age, 29 years of age. And then Lammens, okay, look, that's a little bit of an unknown entity, I suppose, as well. He looks very good, and he's apparently very good over there in the Belgian Pro League, but it is the Belgian Gash League. No disrespect. And so, you've got to be able to come over and do it in the Prem as well. He may well be fantastic, and I really think that he looks great. So, yeah, that's a good pickup. But, again, still not guaranteed to be successful. It's not like you're going out and signing, Allison or something like that. It's not or Donnarumma or someone who's just like guaranteed to slot in there. So it is still somebody that has to develop and adapt. And then I agree with you, central midfield is absolutely needed. That's been highlighted as well with that game yesterday a bit there. We clearly don't have the personnel. Collier's not ready there really to rely on. You've got Bruno Fernandes who's going to have to adapt to his own new position, it seems. Ugarte's just never really impressed me that much. He has in a few games here or there, but over the course of a season, he's just not really impressed me that much. He leaves me with a big feeling of concern for the season. We need to get somebody a bit better, to be fair. And so we've got, therefore, a lot more depth in that position as well. Prime Zlatan, my name is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic does what Zlatan wants. Zlatan may just turn up at Carrington in a couple of days' time and play and be co-assistant manager there with Ruben Amorim, because Zlatan Ibrahimovic is greatest Swedish striker of all times. Zlatan does what he wants, guys. Cassie and Bruno are slow. Well, Cassie's certainly slower, isn't he? I mean, Bruno, compared to Cassie, is a bit more mobile, but, I mean, I see what you're saying. We need somebody who can really cover that ground in there. Like a prime Kante would be excellent. Something like that. What's up there, OHB? Aaron, what's going on, lad? Do you know there isn't going to be any tonight? I'm sorry, Aaron. What's going on is Mrs. P's actually going away with Little P for a couple of days. Her mum's paid for a little trip away for a couple of days, just to the seaside. So they're staying at a nice little guest house for a couple of days for tomorrow and the next day. So I am just basically going to spend the night with them because they're going for a couple of days. And then tomorrow and Tuesday, we're going to be streaming FIFA on the gaming channel late night. So apologies, we actually are not streaming on the gaming channel tonight, but we will definitely be streaming tomorrow night when Mrs. P's not here. So don't worry about that. You could see Cesco becoming another Højlund. Yeah, same. There's always that element of risk. I think he'll do better than what Højlund's done, but that's not hard, is it? There is that element of risk. Watkins proven that, I agree. Visser's more proven in the Prem as well. Prime Edwin van der Sar. All right, Prod, how you doing, lad? Let's go, Prod, lad. How goes it? We need an old school goal poacher like Shearer or Lineker. I know I'll wash my mouth out with soap later. Nah, you're all right, Paul. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you know, that Lineker, Owen, Ruud van Nistelrooy. Just that clinical sort of finisher, mate. That's absolutely right. A cheeky Raul or something, you know what I mean? They don't have to be the most complete players in the world. They just need to be able to put the ball in the frigging back of the net. I say we pick up Jamie Vardy as a backup option. I'm serious. While we can. Is Bruno effective playing deeper? Cassie is, but think Bruno's better in a forward role. I do too. But we've got such an abundance of number 10s. Like, we can't really have them all playing at the same time. Unless we don't sign a number 9. And then we're playing, like, I don't know, a false 9 with either Bruno or Cunha or something in there. I don't know. But I just can't really see Bruno not starting or... I mean, I suppose maybe you could be seeing Mbeumo and Cunha and those guys featuring up top there. I don't know. I think Bruno's going to have to play deeper, isn't he, if he's going to get in the team, and he's going to have to adapt. We'll see. Maybe we will rue not selling him for £100 million when we had the opportunity. By the way, thank you to all the late night legends getting in here. We're nearly at 100 likes. Keep hitting the thumbs up on the stream. Every little like helps the channel out. Smash the likes. It's free. Also, get yourself subscribed if you're new to the channel. We are dipping in and out the chat, but we'll have a proper Q&A at the end once we covered all the news and stuff. Any breaking news? Well, I mean, there's news in regards to Rashford very quickly. We'll get onto that then. We'll just move on with the news and we'll get into a Q&A and have a big chat. We're going on some tangents here, you know. But let's talk about the Rashford latest. So we are obviously trying to get Rashford off our books. It's all done and agreed. Basically, just need him to go over there, complete his medical and exchange the documents and all that sort of stuff. But, well, documents, a lot of it's already been done. But they obviously need to finalise the deal. They're hoping to get him on for their tour of Asia on Thursday. So they're leaving for their tour of Asia soon, just like us. And so they're hoping to get him all done and in there. Probably be tomorrow that Rashford is official. And he is now a Barcelona player for the season. Probably be tomorrow. Same goes for Mbeumo with Manchester United, officially all done and dusted. Fabrizio a little while ago said that Barcelona have sealed all the documents of the Rashford deal. He's set to land in Spain. Understand Barca will pay €14 million gross as salary coverage, plus bonuses linked to appearances. Marcus takes a 15% pay cut, and Man United will not cover his salary. €30 million buy option for June 2026. So if he does well over there, they've got themselves a cheap buy clause. I mean, €30 million for Rashford, a big name player like Rashford. I know he's a bit Gashford, but that is still a good deal for Barca, even next summer, isn't it? And it's a very good deal for them right now because they're just paying his wages. And by all accounts, he's taken a small pay cut as well, so not quite paying as much. And United are no longer covering his wages for the entirety of the season. So that saves us loads of money, means we can free up the money to be able to spend elsewhere. Yeah, Vardy would be a proven play. He can certainly score goals. He's not going to play all the time. Hear us out for Vardy. I know he's not going to play all the time, but he would certainly score goals. Stop talking about a false 9. Well, it's an option. I'm just saying it's an option. We've got a lot of like 10s and players who we could sort of, even players like Xerxes, Bruno, players like this we could play sort of like a false 9 with. If we don't sign a striker, we'll effectively be like City where before they got Haaland, just without the quality they had. Even maybe worse than that. Let's be honest. Hey, Prod, thank you so much for re-upping your membership and becoming a member once again there, Prod. Get in. Is that Prod by Palmarius or somebody else? I'm a little bit confused. Prod, lad, thank you so much, mate, for being a member once again. Get your favourite emoji to welcome in there, Prod. Thank you, my son. It is a good deal for Barca. How much are we getting for the loan? I don't think we're getting anything for the loan, Vincent. I haven't heard anything about fees. I think it's just a straight season-long loan with them covering the wages, and so we don't have to pay anything, but I don't think we're really getting any fees up front. They've got an option for €30 million buy clause for the next summer. So that's where we will get some money for it. But I don't think we're getting a single penny up front. But they are obviously saving us a lot of money by not paying not paying his wages. And then he was pictured here just a short while ago. This was at 10 to 9 tonight. He's in the middle there, guys, by the green circle. And he has landed in Barcelona. There's a photo there doing the rounds. This is via Fabrizio again. Marcus Rashford landed in Barcelona. Bienvenido, Marcus. So there he is. And he is over there. He is going to get that dream move that he wanted. He is going to play for them for a year. His future will be dependent on a few different things. It would be dependent on, first of all, if they value him in a year's time, if they can actually afford the deal in a year's time, because they might not be able to. And of course, it will depend a lot on how he gets on over there. If Marcus Rashford does absolute bits and scores plenty of goals and contributes, even to the point where he was like at Villa, which isn't setting the world alight, but it's also doing okay. If he's doing all right over there, he probably wouldn't end up going there permanently. There's very many things that can happen with Rashford's future. Rashford will probably come back in a year's time and be a United player again, because I think they probably won't make the move permanent, because I think he'll probably have a gash season. And if he does come back in a year's time, he might even stay at United. Because let's be real, if Amorim isn't here in a year's time and some new manager comes in, because there is a chance that Amorim's not here in a year's time. Let's just say how it is. Hopefully he does really well and we have a much better season and he's here for many years and we're growing as a football club. But let's just say that doesn't happen and he is sacked off in 6 months' time if we're 15th or something. Then, you know, Rashford has the potential to actually be reintroduced back into the team, doesn't he? Which I think is gash. So I'm still torn on this one. I'm disappointed that we were not able to sell him outright this summer. Plus we needed the cash, a bit more cash up front to be able to replace. And we haven't been able to do that. So I'm torn on it, but it's better than having him around the place just festering around the gaff, isn't it? And not playing and just being a hindrance, basically. So there he is. He's pictured in Barcelona, and Rashford to Barca is a go-ahead. They're covering his wages, you know, they got 30 million. Yeah, I agree with you. And it's actually not even pounds, you know, Palmer. That's crazy, isn't it? It's actually euros, which is like £25 million. So it's like that is a cheap amount of money to get the deal done permanently for Rashford next summer. Yes, his wages are crazy, but for Rashford, a megastar, if he does well there, he is a star. He is a big name player. I mean, you have to factor in why have Barcelona actually signed this struggling player from a 15th place side who don't even friggin' want him because he's gash. You know what I mean? You have to think about this for a second. They've obviously highlighted something that we haven't, or at least systematically, but I just think they're in for a rude awakening with Marcus Rashford. I don't think it'll amount to what they want him to do over there. Because let's face it, we're a 15th place side. He couldn't get on with us. He's been shite for us. I don't know. You know, good luck to him. Good luck to him. I hope he does well, because that means that we can get some money for him next summer. So I hope he does well. Yeah, you think Rashford will ball in La Liga? I'm not so convinced. Okay, well, let's ask the chat. So you're saying that he'll ball out in La Liga. Let's ask the live chat, guys. Who thinks he's going to be a baller and who thinks he's going to be a ball bag? Let us know your thoughts. Is he going to... Let's play baller or ball bag. We just need a little jingle coming in there. It's time for baller or ball bag. You know, I'm going to go ball bag. Personally, I think he'll be a ball bag over there and he's going to stink it up a little bit in La Liga. That's my honest thoughts. I don't think he is that technical. I don't think he is that impressive, but I could be wrong. Maybe he will ball out over there, as you say. You think he'll do well in La Liga? Well, half the battle will be him actually trying hard. Remember, Spin, like for United, he's not really been working that hard. Why is Amorim come in and just sacked him off out of the team? It's because of his attitude in training, in the games, not running back, not working hard for the team, letting his head go. You know, he's not going to do that at Barcelona, is he? Because he's just over there on a nice year-long sabbatical, pretty much. You know, just go and have a nice time in the sun, playing football with no real sort of pressure. Okay, there's pressure from Barca, but ultimately, if it doesn't work out for him, he's just back here in a year's time, isn't he? So he's got a bit of a luxury season there. He's certainly got an opportunity there to go and revive his career. This is a fantastic opportunity for one of the biggest, best clubs in the world. He has a fantastic opportunity to go and revive his career, doesn't he? He's going to go and have to do that now. Ball bag. Rashford's going to have to ball. Ball bag. Ball bag, ball bag, baller, baller, baller. He will score a few. Ball bag. Bill Ball Baggins. Ball bag. Gash fraud. Yeah, he's only going to be a sub for Rafinha and Yamal. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, I can see him getting in there sometimes. Maybe even play number 9 sometimes. But also left wing, can get in there. He'll do a 30-goal season to sign a big contract, then shut up shop again like he did at United. Maybe. Ball baggy. Kieran says, you reckon he'll smash it in La Liga? Well, I hope he does. I really hope he does, because if he's smashing it in La Liga, it's good for us because we can sell him. And also it's good for like England if he's playing well and getting in the England team and all that sort of stuff and doing well for the World Cup next year. Definitely baller. Anthony can do it. Rashford can get 20 goals. Hey, that's a fair point there, Shinobi. Yeah. Anthony was doing well over there. But again, Anthony was playing in a team that's like a mid-table side with no pressure. It's a lot easier, isn't it? Barcelona's actually... I know I said there's not that much pressure because he can come back in a year's time, but actually while he's there, look, the Barca fans are going to want him. They'll be happy they've got him, I'm sure, most of them, but they're going to want him to do well. They're not going to put up with him running around like a complete melter like he did for us and not trying his 100% best. They won't put up with that, so he's going to have to really get his head down, but I think he'll be happy and I think he'll be motivated because he's just signed for a new big club and he'll probably be smashing it out for a while at least, until he gets bored. Ball bag scrotum, ball bagger an option. I don't know. But anyway, I think that's pretty split. A lot of people do think he's going to be balling out there. Yeah, fair enough. He'll want to prove the haters wrong. That's very true. He will want to prove the haters wrong, and he'll also be away from an unhappy environment at Manchester United. He obviously wasn't happy at United, was he? So if he's gone somewhere where he is happy, and to be fair to him, playing with all those great players over there at Barcelona, I mean, I hate to say this because Man United should be one of those type of teams right now, but it's a massive upgrade. It is right now. Playing with Barcelona's team is such an upgrade on playing with Manchester United's team. So he should do much better out there just because he's playing with a better team. And he's playing in a league that isn't quite as competitive across the board, which means that they're always expected, to win a lot of games and score a lot of goals and be up there. So he's going to have a luxurious season, I think, where he's playing with great players, playing in a great team, and just probably looking quite good. I think he'll probably look quite good. But I've also do expect half of it to be a bit of a bottle job from him, because I don't think he's all that. I don't think he's technically that brilliant. Yeah. If he's in the right mindset, he'll do well. He's going there with a good point to prove. I reckon he'll do good things as he wants this move, and when his head's in the game, he's enjoying his football. That's a fair point, definitely. Once his head's in it, and if he's actually trying 100%, he is a good player. It's tough at Barcelona. If he's not scoring in his first 6 games, it's over. Just look at Coutinho. Yeah, fair point, lad. They paid, 100 and whatever million it was for him. I think Garnacho for Watkins is very possible. However, we want the pure profit, which is why I think we are taking our time over that one. Yeah, it seems like there's maybe a couple of deals on there for swap deals for maybe using Garnacho. So he's linked also to Chelsea because Nicholas Jackson is linked to us, and there's that whole Garnacho thing. I'd rather Watkins though. I agree, Prod. If that could be done, that's a bit of a genius move from us. It actually fits with Aston Villa and what they're doing. They couldn't get Rashford. I'm sure Emery and Aston Villa, they wanted Rashford. I'm sure of it, but they couldn't afford the guy's wages. They just couldn't do the deal. So it was impossible to get that deal done, even in a loan capacity, really, for the season, paying, 350 grand a week is insane. We weren't going to let him play for a Premier League rival and pay him some money to do so. That's just crazy. It's best off to get him out abroad like we have done. So I'm sure they wanted Rashford, but Garnacho's actually affordable for them, wages-wise. And if they don't have to pay a big fee because they're giving us Watkins, it suits everybody. I think that's a cracking plan. If I was in the recruitment room at Manchester United right now, I would certainly be pushing the whole let's try and do a swap deal with Aston Villa, plus they give us 5 or 10 million or whatever for Watkins. Next, he will solve best world under. Yeah, Rashford, well, I believe he's going to shine. Good on him for making a big choice. It's a great move, isn't it, Ashley? Like I said, it's a massive upgrade. Man United's a struggling 15th place side right now. Those are just the facts. We don't have European football. He's got the potential to win La Ligas and even Champions League and stuff at the moment there this season. So he has definitely had an upgrade. He doesn't deserve it by any means because he's not done the business for us and he's been collecting huge wages and just being shite for too long, so he doesn't deserve it, but he has got that dream move. Barca fans are ruthless. If he doesn't perform, he will wish he's back in Manchester. Oh, big time, yes. Talking about where Rashford's balls are, check out the sticky sweethearts. You what? I don't know if I should search that, mate. Third match. Happy until someone tells him you're worse than Rasmus. What's up there, Gunnar Galactico? Welcome aboard. Jackson's a scrub. A scrub is a fella, don't get no love from me. At least we saved 14 million this season with his salary. Damn right there, Francois. That's big money saved. You're absolutely spot on. Yeah. Okay, right. So Rashford to Barca, guys. There it is. He's going. There's the news. Whatever. Good riddance. Hopefully he's going to be good out there so that we can sell him permanently next summer. They're trying to get him in there on the tour. So it's expected it will be done probably tomorrow. Documents all sealed, so it's just about conducting his medical, etc. And he's landed in Barcelona. That's the latest on Rashford. Okay, we'll move on from Rashford. We'll get back into it in a bit if you want in the Q&A, but we'll move on from that very quickly and just cover the couple of other little things we've got. So obviously Lammens, Senne Lammens linked with us. It's understood United have made contact with Senne Lammens. Hopefully that goalkeeper can be signed very sharpish so we can just have one less position to worry about. Andre's injured at the moment anyway, so we do need someone. I think Heaton's a good goalie. Bayender's got a lot of improving to do, but we certainly need somebody to actually come in and be a better player than those for us, because those are not up to it. Oh, Gunner Galactico, lad. Thank you so much, mate. I'm going to doff my Iron Brew to you, sir. Iron Brew. Cheers, lad. Thank you so much. Cheers for the Iron Brew coloured super chat there, Gunner Galactico, you legend. Can we get some love in there for him, guys? He just sent a $20 super chat. Thank you so much there. That's very nice of you. He says, "Sup, Piggy? Happy Sunday. Here's enough for a 6-pack of beer from your fan across the pond in Texas. Looking forward to the new season and first game versus you all." Yeah, nice one, lad. I mean, I wish I was looking forward to that first game, but I mean, I'm not convinced at the moment with the dealings we've done. Look, pre-season will have us feeling, I think, different, depending on how it goes. We've had a shit game against Leeds, but if we smash up the next few games in pre-season and, when Mbeumo's doing bits and Cunha's doing bits and we signed a new goalie and maybe we've even got a new number 9 in, we'll start to feel differently, like maybe we can smash you Arsene Hollands up first day of the season. But right now, I have to say, you know what? No, I'm going for a draw, guys. I'm going to say it's a draw on that first game, even right now. Get your thoughts in, guys. What do you think happens on that first day of the season? They're coming to Old Trafford, remember. We are going to be somewhat of an unknown entity. They will be too, to a degree, with new signings going in there. Look, if the players turn up and ball out, they can win, can't they? So I'm saying it's a draw, personally. I don't think we do get beaten by the Arsene Hollands first day. What are you saying, guys? I mean, the odds are going to be with them. But I got a feeling that we're not going to lose. Anyway, I'm looking to the new season, but we want to see more workings done in the transfer window so far. We need to get some more dealings done, sign some more players, because we are being left behind a little bit by the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, obviously all the big sides like City and Liverpool. These guys have signed a lot of players for a lot of money. I mean, Liverpool are doing crazy things, signing Wirtz for 117 million and Ekitike for 95 million, all these guys. It's like, wow, there's a lot of business being done. We are being left behind a bit. We can catch up, though, but we need to act now. We need to get a goalie, a striker, a midfielder. If we can do that, we've got a chance. Thank you so much, Gunner Galactico, lad. That's very nice. Cheeky little 6-pack. Lovely. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Gunner, lad. Appreciate that, dude. Galactico, very dangerous. We're both in a shambles, to be fair. 1-0 United, crap game. 3-1 United, 3-1 United, 2-1 United, and Mbeumo scores a winner. 3-1 United. Come on, United! I'm loving this live chat and the optimism. You take a draw. Oh, I definitely take a draw. I think we've got to get 7 points from our first 5 games. You've seen the first 5 games for Amorim. It's tough. But if we get 7 points, we'll have a good season. If we get less than that, it's going to be a shit season. I'm calling it now. But we have to try and at least get 7 points. We've got to be able to dispatch of Fulham. We've got to be able to dispatch of, is it Sunderland? Who's the other? There's a newly promoted side we're playing as well. I think it's Sunderland. Might be one of the other ones. But we've got them in the first 5 games. But then we've also got some very tough games against like Arsenal. And we've got Chelsea, don't we? And, it's going to be tough. 2-1 Arsenal, 2-1 United, 3-0 Arsenal. Stabby red card. Bruno Tantrum, Ruben post-match. I trust my players. Put a fumble 1-0 lead and draw 1-1. Just don't want Gyokeres hat-trick. Oh, man. 3-0 Arsenal. Well, that is, we do have to contest with Gyokeres. But at least it's his first game in the Prem. I mean, that's good for us. And also, remember, we've got the manager to be able to set up and instruct his defenders to deal with Cesco. I mean, to deal with Gyokeres. Sorry. Like, we have got the right guy. They've still got to implement it and be able to actually pocket him and everything. But we do have the coach that's got a really good understanding of Gyokeres' game. Just little nuances like, show him onto this foot or, whatever in this scenario. you need to be this tight to him because he's going to try this, you know. Little nuances that he might know that a lot of other coaches just would not know, really, to the same degree. So that would help. But again, we've got to have our players to actually implement that. Rasmus hat-trick versus Arsenal. You've never been more excited about a player than I am with Mbeumo. I don't know why. Fair enough. Well, he has had a great season over there at Brentford with 20 goals, 8 assists. If we can do that for us, that's going to be brilliant. And he is obviously a hard-working player. Really looking forward to seeing him as well. I mean, I must admit, I have been more excited with players. I was more excited in the past, you know, with the likes of, let me think, when we signed, Robin van Persie, you know. We knew we were getting an absolute banger there. Zlatan, even when Zlatan came in, I was buzzing my tits off. But yeah, fair one. What's happening with Vitek? I'm not really 100% too sure, actually, you know. Good evening there, Links Red. What's going on? Burnley. Burnley, son of the knees. 5-0 United. Fair play to you guys. Thank you. Yes, Disco Davies says Q&A coming up soon, folks. Subscribe and have your say and smash that like. Be a legend. Thank you very much indeed. Yes, if you are new to the channel, then continue to hit the thumbs up. Get yourself subscribed if you're new and involved in the live chat with this community of absolute legends. Arsenal didn't win titles in 3 to 4 years. Biggest meltdown incoming. Nah, they don't, do they? They just don't win trophies, mate. They garb. Garnacho and cash for Watkins and Martinez. Love it. That's a good shout, Kieran. Yeah, nothing wrong with that idea, mate. That's a great shout. All our protests before the game show Glazers and rat scum we won't be effed about. You boost excited for Weghorst. Okay, right, let's continue. So we talked about Garnacho, we talked about Aston Villa, and there's also, you know, a link, obviously, that says that Chelsea continue to admire Garnacho. Let's hope it's not a Jackson swap. If they want Garnacho, let's just sell him to them for 60 million quid. You know what I mean? Get the money in there. Also, there was that news earlier on, obviously, that Gyokeres maintains his clear position despite links with Man United. There were some BS links that were going around earlier on today, which we always knew were BS links, which were just coming out from Portugal, probably from, you know, the sporting machine in some regard, to try and maybe just expedite this deal there with Arsenal a little bit, speed things up. So there's that. I mean, that's pretty much. Let me just go over and check out the latest updates in the evening, seeing if there's any more going on here with Mbeumo or Rashford or anything. Let me go and have a look, and then if not, we'll be getting raw into the live chat for a bit of a Q&A. Let's go and see if there is any updates from the big journalists here tonight, live while we're on. Interesting. Liverpool have identified Rodrigo as a top replacement if Luis Diaz leaves. Interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. What's this? No, it's not United Renee. Okay, no, there's nothing too much more there in regards to Manchester United news. We'll see if anything pops out over the next minutes. But, yeah, let's get stuck into the live chat then, guys. Yeah, nice one. Do us a favour, repost us on X. I'm going to go shout you all out now. Everyone who's done that, big ups to the legends for sharing it around. We've had 9 reposts. Thank you so much to Ashley Vote, lad. Getting in there raw, son. Thank you very much, Ashley. Also, big ups to these legends. Kane, Aaron, Ryan Neeson, MUFC Brummy Reds, Vincent Bullock, Francois Cock, Kieran, John Boy Cat, and Kane. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate you getting in here, you know, and having your say. All-time favourite United game. Oh, dude. That's a tough one. All-time favourite United game. I did love that 8-2 against Arsenal, you know. I know it wasn't for a trophy or anything like that, but that 8-2 against Arsenal was just brilliant. Ashley Young smacking in worldies and stuff. Oh, I loved it. But other than that, I'll probably have to go with, you know, obviously the Champions League final in '99 was epic. The way we come back and won that one was just truly epic. That's got to be right up there, just for pure drama and elation. I don't know. It's a good question. Right, we're getting into the Q&A now, guys. Have your say. Thank you so much for joining. Let's get stuck in. We can discuss anything you want to discuss. Keep hitting the likes and all that shite, and let's get stuck in. No FIFA tonight, Francois. Sorry, we're going to be back on tomorrow, lad. Yeah. Hanging out with Mrs. P and Little P tonight because they're off skis for a couple of nights away on a seaside trip. Regarding Gyokeres and his Champions inspiration, Arsenal's the worst possible choice for him. True. Well, I mean, he will be playing in the Champions League and they will be up there, but I can't see they're going to be winning it, no. Pig, can we give my girlfriend Chelsea a shout-out? It's her birthday today. No, she's not a Chelsea fan. She's United. I thought her, well, force is strong with this young Padawan. Yeah, happy birthday to Chelsea. Shame you've got a gash name. I'm joking, but that is unfortunate. Oh, that's unfortunate. But happy birthday to you there, Chelsea. Thank you for getting in here. I'm glad you're a United fan. That's okay then. If you're a Chelsea fan called Chelsea, that would have been horrible. 8-2 versus Arsenal, 7-1 versus Roma. Oh, that was brilliant. Yeah, I remember that well. That was brilliant, lad. 5-5 versus West Brom. That was shit, lad. We can let Romelu Lukaku score a freaking hat-trick against us or whatever. That was garb. No, it was cool, though. It was crazy that was Fergie's last game, and Fergie had never overseen a 5-5 in all of his time at Manchester United until that game. Pretty crazy, eh? Hydrate. Let's have some deep-fried battered iron brew. That's a can of deep-fried battered iron brew right there. City versus Rooney overhead kick. Legendary. Oh, Steve Bruce headers. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Legendary stuff. The 9-0 thrashing of Southampton. That was brilliant as well. And do you remember when we'd done over Ipswich Town? Even 9-0. I think it was 9-0 as well back in the 90s. That was a penetration. Berber hat-trick v Liverpool. Oh, yes, the 3-2. Oh, what a hat-trick, mate. Including that bicycle kick off the underside of the bar. That was immense. I loved it. Great shout. 4-3 against Liverpool in the FA Cup a couple of seasons ago. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. That was banging, wasn't it? Oh, that was epic, lad. Also, the 3-2 versus City. Owen goal. Wasn't that 4-3, actually? Yeah, I think it was 4-3 because, yeah, Craig Bellamy equalised 3-3, and then I could be wrong, but yeah, that was a classic. Come back against PSG in the Champions League. Rashford last minute. Oh, yes, mate, in the Parc des Princes. Epic. Cantona's first game back after the Kung Fu kick against Liverpool, or the Champions League win. I'm loving this trip down memory lane. Larry Hasser says, Pig, as an American, we always hear over here all this aura and fan base that Rashford has in the UK. Is this true? Well, he's certainly a well-known player. He's a household name, I would say. You know, like I think a lot of non-football fans know who Marcus Rashford is because he is a big face of English football, and he's also, you know, not only a face of football, but he's kind of he has gone over into the mainstream a couple of times in the media because of, you know, things like fighting for school children meals and stuff. School meals, is that one? Yeah, for children's meals and stuff. So he's kind of like used his fame to do other stuff in the country. So he's very well known, you know. In terms of aura, I think most people just think he's pretty bang average. He's average to good. Look, most people know he's capable of some good stuff. He can score goals. He's had some good seasons, but he's not top tier, is he? Let's be real. I mean, if this was 20 years ago, he would have been sold many years ago. He wouldn't be getting anywhere near United starting 11 like he has done over the last few seasons, but it's not 20 years ago. But he's not a top-tier player is what I'm saying. It's got to be Steve Barrera there, lad. Pig, how many signings and where you need to be okay with Onana staying? I'm never going to be okay with Onana staying, guys, you know. You might as well ask me, would I be okay with Andre Onana coming around my house and parking Mrs. P? Do you know what I mean? And the answer to that question is, you bet your ass I would. I'm joking. I'm joking. Hashtag cuck. I'm joking. I'm not that Bevo, Mel. You know what I mean? But, no, I don't want him to be staying, mate. I want us to be getting rid of him. I want us to be trying to get a new goalkeeper. He's injured at the moment. He might not be saleable. It's hard to sell him. Who wants him? Nobody wants him, mate. It's like a disease. Nobody wants him. Very difficult to move on. But we might be able to. We certainly do need to sign a new goalkeeper. Supercomputer predicts 14th place for Man United. Your thoughts, Piggy? You could probably ask it to predict it about 28 different times and it comes out with a different prediction each time. So it's probably a bag of shite then, like Meister. Happy birthday to Chelsea. Oh, yes, to Chelsea, yes. The Tunnel incident game, 4-2 against Arsenal. O'Shea with the chip. Keane going mental. Ronaldo and Scholes were deadly. Oh, my goodness, yes. What days. Heady days, mate. Rashford had the potential to be top tier in his peak. He had the potential, that's for sure. Yeah, big potential. That potential has waned. I mean, he's still young enough that he can still have a great 5 years, but he needs to get back on track, doesn't he, and revive himself. Onana is awesome. You'd rather have Nicholas Jackson? Well, from the Young Bucks, all right. Yes, red card. Oh, Onana would fluff being a cuck. He'd fluff being a cuck. How can he fluff being a cuck? He'd fumble. He'd fumble cuckolding someone. What? Oh, we're Celtic interested in Malacia? I hope so. You what, Drew? You what? What would you be willing to sacrifice to see Man United? My left bollock, mate. When they'd be champions end of the season. Yeah, my left bollock, man. Not my right one, just my left one. Say sellable, right? Sayable. The UCL game against Girona, we smashed them 6-2. If I remember, wasn't expected. What a game. Oh, yeah, mate. 7-2, wasn't it, actually? Yeah, or 7-1. No, 7-2. Yeah, Rooney, couple of headers and stuff. Absolutely epic now. Rooney's overhead kick versus City. I was there. Didn't Carrick get a couple maybe as well? I can't really remember now, but it's still a legendary result. I always just remember the scoreboard, the iconic picture of the scoreboard, lad. Sayable's a word. You do realise that, Man United baby. I wouldn't expect somebody with half a frigging brain cell, such as yourself, though, to understand. But Sayable's definitely a word, isn't it? It sounds a lot more proper than sellable. Yeah, sayable, adjective, capable of being or good enough to be sold. You need to go back to school then, Man United baby. You mug? Anyway. It's definitely a word. Imagine if I said, oh, this player's sellable. I mean, that sounds, I'm sorry, but what do you take me for? Some sort of absolute complete no-brain fuzz-buzz reading chav? Come on, mate. Of course I'm going to say saleable. That's a proper word, mate. Oh, they'll use that in auction houses across the land. Don't you know? In recent years, that Liverpool game in the FA Cup awoke things inside of me. You trying to tell us something here, Cadu? Oh, Robson, Stapleton. On aggregate, 53,000 standing. What an atmosphere. Oh, a bit before my time, that. But yeah, what the old Frank Stapleton and Brian Robson days. Lovely. Talking about cucks. Yeah, the 9-0 versus Ipswich. Absolute classic. Andy Cole days and stuff, mate. Love it. Final thoughts on current signings and where we finish next season. Current signings, I like the signings we've made. I think Diego Leon's a good one for the future. I think, obviously, Mbeumo and Cunha, they're great pickups considering we finished 15th. They're some of the biggest, best players in the smaller teams in the league. So it's good that we've gone to be able to go get those players. They're good signings. I'm loving it. But it might be for not very much. It might not count for very much. Unless United have a bit of bottle about us to be able to go and sign a striker and a goalie and maybe a midfielder as well as. If we get all the players we need, we should be all right, shouldn't we? We should be much better off at least. You've got to give Amorim those players to be able to then put the faith in him to do the job. And if he's not going to do the job, well, then at least he's been given the players. But still, right now, if he was to just enter the season right now, it wouldn't be enough. And he would struggle to do anything, I think. And it wouldn't necessarily be his fault. He still needs key players signed. Yeah, that's it. Andy Cole scoring 5 in that game. Absolutely amazing. Legend. Hey, it's the Cake Cadet and the Mustard getting in raw. And Matty Smith, let's go. Glazers are cucks. Definitely many cuckolders in the Glazer family there. Rasmus to go on a mad one and finish top scorer, resulting in a major regrowth of Piggy's hairline. Oh, mate, or maybe I'll just pop off over to Turkey. Do you know what I mean? Get some hair plugs and turkey teeth. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should join me, Cake Cadet. What do you reckon? It's not a bad idea. You up for that? Me and you go on a little cheeky little trip to Turkey, get some turkey teeth and hair plugs, lad. What are you saying, you bald bastard? Love you, Cake, mate. So you have a midfielder's first priority. Funniest United surname? Jemba? I don't know, mate. What is the funniest United surname? That's a tough one. Januzaj was pretty weird, wasn't it? Have you heard the Mbeumo song, Piggy? I don't know if I have. Enlighten me. RVP winner versus City. Oh, legendary. Do you remember that hat-trick RVP scored in the Champions League against, was it Fenerbahce or Gala or one of the Turkish teams, including that free kick when we were 2-0 down from the first leg? It was absolutely legendary. 2 new keepers, 1 striker, 1 midfield. Then we have gave to our dead weeds. Any Derby County games always seem to be Old Trafford for those. You will need a full-on scalp replacement. You just need a skull transplant, mate. You know what I mean? A cranium transfer. You know what I'm saying? A headonectomy. Do you know what I mean? Bebe. Yeah, that was a guess one. Mkhitaryan. That's a good shout, Stripey Tiger lad. Ten Heisenberg got thrashed by a team. I know, what a mug. I hope he has a stinker and gets sacked off immediately. Top 4 is reasonable. Top 4 is very difficult for us to achieve this season, even if we signed every single player that we wanted. It's very hard to close that gap of where we were to getting up to top 4. But it would be nice to get somewhere close to that. You lost your voice when RVP scored that late free kick. That was epic, wasn't it? You think the RVP hat-trick in the UCL was Olympiacos. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Yeah, you are right, actually. Not Turkish, Greeks. Close enough, you know what I mean? Solskjaer, definitely. And Solskjaer has won it. Tommy, bit too much information there, but we've all got one hanging lower than the other, don't we? That's just facts. I'll let you have my right one. You're all right, Tommy, but thanks for the offer. Oh, yes, the 1999 FA Cup semi-final against Arsenal. That was epic, mate. I'll never forget that afternoon, just sat with the family, watching it, going mental when that Giggsy goal went in. And also, didn't Schmeichel, I seem to remember, save a late pen as well, I think. Was it Bergkamp? Shat it. I can't. Maybe that was a different game, but yeah, legendary, mate. Love your work, bro, from New Zealand. Top 6 if we're lucky. Thank you, Stephen, getting in here from NZ, lad. Yeah, top 6 if we're lucky. That's if we do really well. Really, really well. That's if everything goes our way. We have a good rub of the green, bit of good fortune. I mean, we do have less football games to focus on this season. We don't have Europe, so they can focus a lot more on, the league and getting results and domestically. So that will put less strain on the squad, won't it? Yeah, can we get by with our keepers if a striker's the last sign in this window? Well, we can get by, but it will still hinder us, I think, because I think Andre's a bit of a melt bag, and he will be the number 1. So we have to sign a new one, really. Beating Everton 2016, think got kicked out of Old Trafford 3 minutes before in the game. Oh, really? Oh, what were you trying to do, Robert, lad? Well, you shouldn't have been helicoptering your wang, should you? Plumquist, Danny Drinkwater. Yeah, Schmeichel saved Bergkamp's pen. That's it. That was legendary, lad. Never would foul Bergkamp for the pen. Yeah, what a game. What a game. Bonjour, you on FC, EFC. I'm actually not, Nectar. You smashed me up the other night, didn't you? That was you. Was that you? Yeah, that was you. I need to give you a rematch, mate. But I'm actually not on there tonight. I will be on there tomorrow night. Mrs. P's going away tomorrow and the next night to the seaside with Little P. And so I will be free to stream. But tonight I did say that I'm going to hang out with them for tonight. 65 on Mbeumo and 62.5 mil for Cunha. Why didn't we just go for Osserman? Because Osserman is on 400 or wants like 400 grand a week in order to get the same as what he would get over there in Italy. Galatasaray are prepared to pay the money. They're paying a lot of money over there. I don't think it would have made sense for us financially, wages-wise, to bring in Osserman. And also, they want a lot of money as well. 75 million in total, isn't it? Somewhere in that region. I mean, obviously, Mbeumo and Cunha are Premier League proven. Funny how Juventus is still signing on Sancho. He'll forever go down as the worst signing. He's right up there, yeah. Him, Anthony, Pogba. But yeah, probably him. Alexis Sanchez. Doris the tea lady, here we go soon. Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. We need someone who can and step up the sandwich game. Still the most memorable game I've seen, the FA Cup semi versus Arsenal. The game had everything. We hated each other back then. Oh, it was epic, wasn't it? Even had Giggsy's hairy chest. Domestic treble is on. 7-0 to Liverpool was hilarious. Thanks to Piggy. Thank you, Kevin. Oh, that was awful. Really hope Ugarte gets more minutes this upcoming season, especially after Aaron saying we lacked a lot of pace in the midfield, which I completely agree with. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely. We aren't getting top 4. Please don't set unrealistic targets. I'm with you, Cake. It's very unrealistic, that. Kiwis everywhere. Yes, we've got some legends in here from Oceania. There's some Australians. There's some New Zealanders. Is that what you call a... Oh, no, it's just Kiwi, is it? What do you call someone from New Zealand, guys? New Zealandians. I'm not too sure. Obviously, you got Australians, but... Man who catch fire with chopstick accomplish anything. And something for the Pepsi Max fan. Oh, thank you, you viewed. You Burger King. Oh, that's awesome, mate. I like your Burger King-inspired avatar. Thank you, you viewed. Yes, let's go, mate. Come on, have it your way. Thank you very much. That's nice of you, lad. Can we get some love in there, please, for you viewed? Thank you so much for the £5 tippage there. We'll get some more Pepsi Max for that, lad. Apart from United, which team has the worst kit, either home or away? I haven't really looked at many of the other teams' kits this season yet, so I couldn't really say. Yes, Solskjaer says Villa Park. Kiwis and Aussies, get in there, you oceanic legends. Kiwi or New Zealanders, nice, nice. There you go. Hey, what's going on? Getting in there, Raw. How you doing? Yes, nice one, you viewed. I appreciate you, lad. Who are the next pre-season opponents? It's West Ham on the 27th. Oh, and you best believe I'm doing a watch-along, 100%. Kiwis, New Zealander. Hey, what's going on there? Kiwis or bro? Any mug cup action this season, Piggy? Let's hope not, bud. New Zealander. Right, nice one. Yeah, nice one. Top 6. Hey, Paul Ennistad, top 6 is crazy. We should be talking about challenging for the Premier League. Oh, I know we should be, but we are just out of sorts, mate. We're miles away. The Glazers have run us into the ground for 10 years. Post-Fergie, it's a shit show. Realistically, you'll finish somewhere between 8th and 12th. Yeah, I mean, that's not crazy, is it? We finished 15th this season, so that's not crazy. I would be very disappointed if we didn't at least crack into the top 8, though. Thank you so much, Disco Dave, you legend. He says, you are a legend and thank you for all that you do. Mate, thank you, Disco Dave, for watching these streams and getting in here, lad. I really appreciate you, lad. Thank you so much. We're going to read a few more comments out here tonight, guys. Like I said, I'm going to hang out with Mrs. P and Little P a bit tonight, and it's getting late. But let's see if we can get to 200 likes on the stream. Keep hitting the thumbs up, so every like helps the stream. We'll, of course, be on tomorrow lunchtime for the latest updates of the day. Probably going to be Mbeumo obviously officially announced, and Rashford probably officially going to Barca. And then we need to officially start working on the goalkeeper and the striker. Yeah. You would say depends on the bird from New Zealand after a few pints. Oh, the third derby, West Ham versus United, will say a lot that game of the season. The third derby. Nice one, Solskjaer. City have the shittest kits. Oh, yes, they really do, actually, mate. You're right. City got some guff this season. You're right. Rashford won't be back. That horrible, like, grey-green atrocity. Rashford won't be back to Belfast anytime soon, then. No, I know. He has had a step up, really, to Barcelona. He's a lucky boy. He's a lucky boy. Any chance of Mbeumo playing in the West Ham game, or will we come off the bench? I think he will be playing, mate. Yeah, I really do. If he's on the plane, he'll be playing, won't he? He might not start. He might not get lots of game time. I think he'll get a full half. Though. Go on, Disco. Top 6 possible if we change style of play. Current style, 10th. Oh, we need to change personnel and style, you're right. Or at least improve the style to the point where it actually works, because it's not been working. Top 6 would do me. Piggy, first season that we're going to do any watch-alongs, can't wait. Let's go, Paula, lad. Yeah, mate. It's amazing. Hopefully we can, keep growing the channel, mate. Maybe get up to 100,000 subscribers this season and get more legends like yourselves involved. Usyk, best 6 Lennox, Piggy? Yeah, I'd say so. You can't really argue with his record, can you? You can't really argue with it. He's dispatched of Joshua, twice, Dubois twice, Fury twice, and a bunch of others as well. No, he's like the current day beast, isn't he? Yeah. You think United get 6 if you guys get a goalkeeper and a striker? I like that. I love that, Andre. Top 7 would be great. Top 6 even better. Piggy, you're bantering the Everton fans. One look like Liam Gallagher. Onana would just be smiling all the time if he was part of a cuck. Oh, we're still on that, are we? What? Amarim will build. He'd go turn up wearing his gloves, wouldn't he? Amarim will build something special if he has the owner's support. Yeah, you bet Rashi. How you doing? No comment for you. You bet Rashi gets pictured in Magaluf. Oh, well, he's gonna go. He's got a little ferry hop, doesn't he, to get over to the likes of Ibiza or whatever. Little plane ride over to Ibiza, mate. City's away kit resembles a downpour. Elliot, thank you so much for getting in. I appreciate you, legend. Manchester United should go all out, try and get European spot. 100%. Usuals like a soldier on the battlefield, surveying the ring. Definitely. Okay, listen, guys, we're going to wrap this stream up then, but thank you so much to all of you getting in. Big ups, to Mrs. P, yes, absolutely, Mr. and Mrs. Red. Thank you, Paula, and also Wayne, big ups. Nectar AFC as well. I don't think we're going to get him unless you want to do a little cheeky deal with us for Garnacho. Maybe we could sign Watkins and Martinez, and you could take Garnacho, and we give you some cash. What do you reckon? Do you think we'll start to see the best of Xerxes? Yes, I think there's a very good player in there too. But he's obviously not going to have that many opportunities, is he? There's too many players sort of in his positions that he plays in. United will do well next season. They'll get some points from the teams in Europe, Palace, Spurs. Come on, Kevin. Love that optimism, lad. I hope so too. I did not see that, Drew. No, but that's great. That's a good one. Great stream. Thank you, Steve, Wayne, Disco Dave, all the moderators. Thank you for moderating. People like Solskjaer, the cake, the mustard, etc. Thank you to all the mod squad for getting in here raw as always. Solskjaer, yeah. Big ups, Disco Dave, you Don, and everybody who's got in the streams. Thank you to all the commenters like No Comment FIFA, Links Red. Sorry there's no FIFA tonight, guys, but we're going to be back on tomorrow night. you can join the channel, Flying Pig Gaming. Go give it a follow. Right, we'll wrap this stream up anyway, folks, but thanks for tuning in. Have a great night all. Remember, Piggy loves you. Thanks for watching, and you're a bunch of legends. Yeah, exactly. If the money's right, you take Garnacho. That's it. His wages aren't crazy, so you could afford him in that sense. And if those players don't want to be at Villa anymore, well then, you know, it makes sense really, doesn't it? Nice one, Disco Dave, you legend. Thank you, Disco Dave. Once again, thank you to Gunner Galactico for that big super chat earlier as well. Thank you. Palmer, Ian as well. Luke. I don't like the purple away kit. It's gash. I like the black one that's coming out, though. Let's go, Luke, Lynx, Disco, Soulsharp, B&G as well, you legend. Thank you so much, B&D, you hero. Love your work, Piggy. See you next one. And shout out to B&G Darts as well. Great darts channel on YouTube. Big up to the legends. Ike Meister as well, and everybody who's in here, thank you so much for watching. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick at Flying Pig United. Check out the website, flyingpigunited.com. Also, you can follow us in Flying Pig Gaming on YouTube and various other places too. Check the links in the description. You can come back after and get your thoughts in about anything we've discussed here on this vid. Rashford, Watkins, Visser, you know, Cesco, whatever. Come back and have your say, get your thoughts in, and we'll keep the debate going there. But for now, thanks for watching. Cheers, Ian Navarro. Great chat as always, guys. Laugh, quake, hello, and goodbye. We're off ski, but good to see you. And everybody else as well, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the latest updates. We'll be back on tomorrow lunchtime-ish with another update, hopefully with some more positive news. Click the bell icon for notifications, and I'll see you then. And remember, Piggy loves you. And also remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much. Get in there, you beauties. Thank you so much to all the patrons here for supporting the channel on patreon.com/flyingpigunited. As a thank you, all you legends will be appearing on this outro list. Get in there. Once again, thank you to all the YouTube members, but one of the best ways you can support the channel is on patreon.com, so check it out. Patreon.com/flyingpigunited. And once again, a big thank you to all the legends that do support the channel on Patreon. Get in there.